Hey, one of the shortest legislative sessions in the country is about to wrap up. Since late January, Utah lawmakers have passed 500 bills. Our chief political correspondent, Lindsay Aerts, joins us live from Capitol Hill, where Governor Cox just wrapped up a news conference. Lindsay, are things finally winding down there?
Not yet, Brian, because about 8 o'clock this afternoon, or this evening rather, is when lawmakers picked back up into session after they took a break for dinner. So we are in the final sprint of this legislative session, the last 2 hours until the clock strikes midnight. That is when the legislature has to stop legislating. So we're watching these final bills pass. They do what they do every year, which is suspend the rules and sort of just fly through these bills. Usually bills get 2 to 3 readings so we can discuss it, debate it, but we've suspended those rules and we're just flying through them right now. So you'll see a lot more bills come out in the next 2 hours. Well, one of the big ones we're still watching for is what they call the Bill of Bills. This is how lawmakers spent $31 billion of your tax money in the Bill of Bills. We haven't seen that come to the floor yet, which is notable because it's something that constitutionally has to be done before the end of the night. Now, lawmakers in the House also advanced a settlement that was notable today with the federal government on contested land around the Great Salt Lake. They are selling it to the feds for $60 million on assurances on fishing and hunting rights. Now, lawmakers also capped off their court reform push this year. They started the session by expanding the Supreme Court, you might remember. Tonight, they passed a plan to move some of the state's highest profile cases to a constitutional court. That law also faces a litany of challenges at the Utah Supreme Court. Meanwhile, a proposal to allow parents to put new school board taxes appeal them via referendum. That failed just minutes ago. We also heard from Lieutenant Governor Deidre Henderson for the first time this session, really, about a failed proposal to staff Utah's ballot boxes to check voter ID. It is the second time that that proposal has failed, so I asked her whether she thinks it's even feasible.
This year, Utah Valley University, the Herbert Institute, is going to be conducting a study. I think that the system that we have, that the legislature has put in place very deliberately and very carefully over the past, decade or so, is really good. And we keep improving it. Every single year, we make improvements to our elections to make sure they're both secure and accessible. And I think that we're going to continue to do that.
Now, like I said, that bill failed, but that, of course, is part of the process up here. And one of the themes I'm hearing of this session is the way a lot of controversial bills failed over the past 45 days, one dealing with the voter ID, others dealing with immigration, a Secretary of State plan to create that constitutionally. And so the Governor Spencer Cox tonight also speaking to us, encouraging Utahns to stay in touch with the legislative process and engage thoughtfully before turning up the rhetoric.
We're grateful for the media. You play a critical role in our republic, and we're lucky to have you. I would just encourage people who got really, really angry when they read an article or saw a news clip about a bill that they hated so much, and they couldn't believe that that terrible legislature was going to pass that bill. And then that bill didn't pass, and they didn't, and people don't know it because they never read the follow-up article about that terrible bill that never passed. So I would encourage you to go back and look at all your reporting, and then make sure you do the follow-up about the bills that didn't pass, so people know that they shouldn't be as angry as they might be right now. Thank you so much, everybody.
All right, I feel a little personally attacked by the governor's comments there because he's basically telling me I have to go do more work and write up all those stories of the bills that failed. But that has been one of the themes of this session. So, Brian, in the meantime, going to continue to watch the legislature here as the House and Senate continue to debate bills over the next 2 hours. Again, when the clock strikes midnight, they have to stop legislating. So for now, live at the Capitol for ABC News, I'm Lindsay Aerts. Back to you.